All right, guys, so as you can see, we got the big behemoth here in the shop. Did a little rearranging, got her in here. I've been working on it for the past couple days. Over the weekend-ish, Monday, Sunday, I don't know what fucking day. I think it was Sunday I went and picked up the first portion of the puzzle for the new build coming for this year. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce those now. But we're just going to do a reference chart. Not really a chart, but comparison here. So this is a cute little Scar, 6.5. That's an EVL 6.5. This is a Crescendo 8. It's a mid-range, but that's just comparison because I don't have any 8s. This is a DC level 4 10. This is a Scar EVL 12. These are just average subs, you know. You got a little bit bigger, you know, you got a DC XL 18. This, up until Sunday, was the biggest sub I've ever owned. I mean, I have the ZV4 18s out in the Jeep, but as far as like just personally owning, I have never owned bigger than an 18, if that gives you any hint. But, as you can see, these are officially the biggest fucking subs I've ever owned. These are not 15s, these are not 18s. These aren't 21s. These are 24s. These are ZV4 or ZV5 24s. Let's just take a moment. All right, so I got a hell of a deal on these subs. I mean, I can't argue, can't complain. $1,500 for the pair, considering they sell for like $1,600 each. Local basehead in Fayetteville, North Carolina. I can't remember his name, but he gave me the hell of a deal. You know, I couldn't pass it up, so I went and got them. I'm going to go ahead and jump into a little time lapse of the work I did on the truck today, and then we'll be back to talk about it. All right, so as you guys seen there in the time lapse, let's shut this door. Now we have a pop cap on the truck. As you've seen, I cut the cap. I took the rear door out. It does need a little repair here in the corner. It's just taped up right now to hold it in place, but it's a little broken right here. Not a problem, little fiberglass will fix that. But I have to reshape the metal door piece to go here. This is a old camper shell that was on the F-250 that I used to have that I ended up flipping. Long story. But my fiance, when her dad had the truck, she had the cap open and backed underneath the carport and got the whole corner. But not a big deal, you know, it's a life lesson. Pay attention. But we went ahead and we cut the cap here to stretch it the 8 foot that I needed because this cap came off of a short bed. So I ended up having to stretch it 15.5 inches at the bottom, or no, 16 at the bottom and 14.5 at the top because the back tilts in. But as you can see, let me zoom out. That's what we're going to be fiberglassing back together. Here on the inside, I'm going to be taking some plywood and I'm going to PL adhesive it up all the way back to this rear lip right here. And then we're going to stretch some fleece over that. Or we'll probably stretch the fleece, then put the plywood up. I'm not sure how I'm going to go about that yet. But that's going to strengthen the top because I have an idea that I'm going to build a roof rack for this truck that is going to go from the rear all the way up to the cab light. So it's roughly going to be like 9.5, 10 foot length on the rack and then 5 foot wide. That'll give me enough space just in general, but it'll give me a place where I can haul like tents and chairs and coolers and things like that when we take it to shows. I mean, there'll be plenty of room in the bed, but I just think it'll just be different. I've never seen a roof rack like that substantially big, or whatever you want to call it, that big just on something like this. And two, it'll help strengthen the roof because I'm going to have a foot on that thing probably every foot or so that's going to come down with a plate with 2 bolts coming through. So it'll help strengthen everything as far as the top of the camper shell. And then for the truck, I'm going to be cutting this brace out, and then we're going to run a nice plywood roof all the way through. And then the bolts will sandwich all that together. So that'll help strengthen this up. I don't know if you guys remember a long way back, probably about a year ago, I built this wall and I never really used it. It was built for 415s at the time. I was trying to get ready for a show that I didn't go to, or didn't take the truck to. I just ended up going. But I had 4 Scar VVX 15s, and things didn't play out, and I didn't even really finish it. It's just been sitting for about a year. So what my plan is I'm going to, right there at the top of the port, I'm going to cut this straight across. Oh, God, hiccups. Down the edge here and across the bottom. God damn it. I'm going to be pulling this whole baffle piece, the port, the brace. Golly, the bracing. Now that I about died from the hiccups, I'm going to be pulling all this out, and then we're going to cut the back of the cab. Or not the back of the cab, but the back of the box. The same opening as this window right here, or the size of the port that's going to slide in. And then I'm going to have a accordion boot going between the rear window of the truck, because that's coming out, as you can see, that's broke. And then right here, there's going to be a accordion boot sealing all that area together. And then the box itself will just slide in. And then I'll go back this way. I will be screwing everything together because that back wall back there's 2 layers thick at the top and 3 layers at the bottom. So I'll have plenty of meat to screw into, and then, you know, I'll adhesive around it to seal everything off, attempting to keep all the pressure itself inside the cab. So with that, as you can see, let's see inside here, you can see the bottom half down here is 3 layers, and then the top half is 2 layers because there's another layer on the inside of the box that this one goes up to. We'll be cleaning all this up, finishing it like I wanted to, fiberglass, clean all that up, And then as far as what's going on for mids and highs on the doors, this is just some old pods that I'd made. We went to Walmart, bought the most obnoxious fabric you could find. But hey, it served its purpose, and now it's time to redo it. I can't disclose what I want to run as far as mids and highs, other than the brand's going to be PRV or Timpano. I'm not sure. Leaning more towards PRV, but it's going to be wild. It's going to be different. As far as amps, I'm leaning towards the Ampere Audios. I really like the 7500s just because I know they put out good power. I have the 5K in the Jeep and I love it, but I need a little bit more than 5K. So I'm going to be looking at the 7500. And then, well, you know, I'll just get the matching like 4 channels, 2 channels, whatever I need to run the mids and highs. As far as batteries, I am leaning towards the Yinglongs, probably about 120 amp hour or so Yinglong. Not quite sure who I'm going to run for alternator yet, whether it be CES, Brand X, MechMan, Stinger, JS. I don't know yet. I just got to look around and see who has the best option as far as alternator. I haven't decided if I want to try and make a dual alt bracket so that I can keep the one here to run the stock batteries to charge the truck, and then I can have a secondary alt to run them. That's what I like to do, so that's going to be a little bit leaning to figure out exactly what I need to do that. I am back in school, and at school I have a CNC plasma, so I could get some metal, take it up there, plasma cut it, and then I'd be good to go as far as putting an extra alt on here. But, you know, that's further on down the road. I mean, I would love to have this thing ready by TDH. Do I think it's going to be ready by TDH? Unfortunately, no. But if things play out, it's a possibility. The truck will be out this year, that's for sure. By TDH, I don't know. Another thing is we've got a set of stock wheels to go on the truck because we're taking these off. Have the tires taken off of them, and I got in touch with a company that's going to sandblast them and powder coat them Illusion Cherry. I really like the color, so that's what we're going to go for as far as the wheels. The body itself is going to be Nardo Gray. I'm going to bedline the whole truck. We're going to do door jambs. We're going to do everything that's pretty much a full color change without painting, but bedlining. But that's just a quick update, an intro to the massive 24s. My subs are bigger than your wheels. But that's just a little catch up on the actual project for 2021. I'm going to continue to work, and we'll just keep videos going along the way. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm going to head inside now, get a bite to eat, go to sleep. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.